What's up, everybody? I'm Hef, and welcome to my new YouTube channel, where I'll be discussing a ton of different topics, including sports history, sports news, and player profiles. The first series of videos I decided to do is the all-time college roster videos, where I'll select who I feel are the best all-time players from each school. These teams will be comprised of 5 starters and 3 bench players, based on a combination of their college careers and professional success. I feel like this is a good series to start with because whether you're a college basketball fan or an NBA fan, you'll see some similar faces you may have forgotten about. And without further ado, let's get started. The University of Arizona has been one of the most consistently successful programs in the country for the last 30 years. Although they've had some disappointing early exits in the tournament, since 1985 the Wildcats still have 1 national championship, 4 Final Fours, 10 Elite Eights, and 16 regular season conference titles. Obviously, sustained success like this comes from a consistent ability to recruit. U of A has been able to recruit the top players from California, while seeming to have a monopoly on recruitment in their own state. Relatively speaking, a ton of these guys have gone on to have successful NBA careers. Let's start with the bench. This one was kind of tough, but I had to put my guy Richard Jefferson on the bench. RJ had a hell of a career, going to a national championship in 2001, where the Cats eventually fell to a stacked Duke team with guys like Shane Battier and Carlos Boozer. Drafted 13th overall, he was an incredible athlete in his prime and was part of an electric roster with the Nets, alongside Jason Kidd and Kenyon Martin. In his best season in the NBA, he averaged 22.6 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 3.1 assists. Jefferson went on to win a title with the Cavs and proved to be a solid role player late in his career. The next bench player has to be the Jet, Jason Terry. Terry had a fantastic college career, capping it off with the national championship in '97, while also winning Pac-10 Player of the Year. He was drafted to the Hawks with the 10th overall pick and went on to have a legendary career as the 6th man, helping Dirk and the Mavs win a title in 2011. Terry was a consistent scorer and shooter throughout his career, averaging over 19 points in 3 different seasons. The Jet also has the 5th most 3-pointers made in NBA history, only behind Kyle Korver, Steph Curry, Reggie Miller, and Ray Allen. So, pretty good company. And with the final bench spot, I'm going to go with the big man Channing Frye. Frye was a 2-time first-team Pac-10 selection and ended up going 8th overall to the Knicks. Although he only averaged 8.7 points and 4.5 rebounds for his career, it's worth noting he never had great opportunities to break out early in his career. He entered the league with flashy, ball-dominant teammates like Steve Francis and Stephon Marbury. Then he joined a very good Phoenix Suns team with its stars already pretty much established. And by the time it was all said and done, he was pretty much labeled a role player for the rest of his career. Frye did bounce around teams throughout his career, but he played in the league for 15 years and won a title with RJ and the Cavs in 2016, contributing off the bench. Now I know this bench might not seem that crazy by NBA standards, but just keep in mind that all these guys came from the same school and wound up having long and successful professional careers, which really doesn't happen very often. Now on to the starters. The first starting spot goes to DeAndre Ayton. I know it's way too early to call Ayton's career success, but he has done so much already, he has to make the team. In his only year at Arizona, Ayton won Conference Player of the Year, the Karl Malone Award, and was a first-team All-American. He then went on to become the first number 1 overall pick in school history, where he received all rookie first-team honors, averaging 16.3 points and 10.3 rebounds. And despite his off-the-court issues this season, Ayton's career looks promising, and he is easily the best center in school history. And at power forward, I'm going with another guy where I know it's a little early to say, but it's Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen had a solid year at Arizona, as first-team Pac-12 and third-team All-American. The Cats suffered a disappointing loss to Xavier in the tournament, and Lauri decided to enter the NBA draft, where he was selected 7th overall. In his first year with the Bulls, he was selected to the all-rookie first team, and he looks to be improving. He's averaging 16.3 points and 8 rebounds in his short career, and despite his struggles due to some of the Bulls' roster changes, he appears to be on an all-star trajectory. At small forward is a no-brainer, Andre Iguodala. Iggy was first-team Pac-10 in 2004, where leading his team in rebounds, steals, and assists. He joined Jason Kidd as just the second player in conference history with multiple triple-doubles in a season. Iggy would then go on to have an even more illustrious NBA career, earning all-defensive first and second-team honors, an all-star selection, finals MVP, and he became a 3-time NBA champion. In his best season as a pro, he averaged 19.9 points and 5.7 assists and rebounds. Iguodala is basically the ultimate role player who could lead a team when needed. His career numbers aren't that great, but he's the type of player whose impact couldn't be represented on a stat sheet. Hopefully he lands on a team this season because even though he's lost a step, he's still a ton of fun to watch. And for the first guard spot, I have to go with Mike Bibby. Bibby had a great career in college where he was Pac-10 Freshman of the Year, Pac-10 Player of the Year, first-team All-American, and won a national championship alongside Jason Terry. Bibby would also finish third in votes for the Wooden Award that year, and was named to the All-Final Four team. Bibby went on to be drafted number 2 overall by the Vancouver Grizzlies, and had a solid start to his NBA career, averaging 13, 6, and 3. He went on to be a crucial part of the Chris Webber-led Kings teams, and some could argue he deserved to have a title under his belt. All in all, Bibby's dominant success in college lands him on the starting roster here. Last but certainly not least is one of my favorite players of all time, Hibachi, aka Agent Zero, aka Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert showed up to Arizona expecting to redshirt, but he was so good he wound up earning a starting spot and playing 32 minutes a game, averaging just over 15 points. He went on to lead the team to the national championship game with RJ, where they ultimately lost. And, in my opinion, the best player to ever come out of Arizona somehow fell to 31st overall to the Warriors. For some reason, tons of scouts thought that Gilbert would never play a minute in the NBA, hence the number 0. After winning Most Improved Player in his second year, Arenas went on to torch the league for the next few years, with 3 All-Star appearances, which probably should have been 4, and 3 All-NBA selections. Gilbert was always one of the most underrated players in the league. I mean, just look at these numbers. And if not for injuries and some other issues, I think his career was on a Hall of Fame trajectory. And that sums up my first all-time college roster video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you want me to make a video on your school, let me know and I will do my best to get on it. Thanks again for watching, guys. There's much more to come soon.